Well, hello again, and welcome to the Reformed Review. I'm Pastor Kevin O'Connor from Oak Grove Baptist Church, and I have a very neat Bible to show you. I told you last time that I was going to show you a Bible. This isn't necessarily one you're going to be able to get anywhere, but this particular Bible I got when I was still in Kansas and part of the Kansas Nebraska Convention of Southern Baptists. When I went to the state convention, they had a table set up with lots of free books and Bibles and things on them that people didn't want anymore. And this was one of them. This is a leather bound, I believe it's a genuine leather. The way that it feels, it's a genuine leather. It doesn't feel quite like a bonded leather. It feels like a genuine leather. But I don't know for sure. This is the Holman Christian Standard Bible, the HCSB Thin Line Limited Edition. You can see the spine work. They have tooled in hubs that are actually raised a little bit. You can see that they're just a little bit of raise on there. Now, it says Holy Bible, Holman Christian Standard. You got the HCSB logo. You have limited edition and Holman publishers. This Bible I've had for a year or so is a very neat Bible, okay? I had not owned a Holman Christian Standard. I had some CSBs, but I had not had the predecessor, an HCSB. And you can see that it has a tooled edge. It has a single tiny ribbon that is double-sided satin ribbon. It has black and gold head and tail bands. It's a very well crafted Bible. I am really impressed with this Bible. I want to show you, it is a paste down liner, and from what I can see, there is some reinforcement tape behind there. I ended up writing my name in this one because I really like this Bible. There you have your opening page, your title page, and then we have our copyright page. And the copyright page, the last date on the copyright page is 2003, but I believe the date of printing is probably 04 right here, okay? Printed in South Korea. It's actually pretty nice feeling paper. There's no frills with this Bible. You have your books of the Bible, your index, your contents page. It has subject and index, plan of salvation, introduction to the Holman Christian Standard, commonly used abbreviations, a short history of the Bible, HCSB bullet notes, table of weights and measures, where to turn. That's obviously really neat stuff right there. This is in the back of the Bible. Jesus and the Ten Commandments, titles of Jesus, the harmony of the life of Christ, miracles of Jesus, parables of Jesus, the apostles and their history, prophecies of the second coming of Jesus, and the Lord teach us to pray. When you get in here, you have a subject index from the very beginning. This is really neat subject index. It's not real big. It's just a few pages. Then you have on the next, you have the plan of salvation laid out here. And it goes by the acronym FAITH: forgiveness, availability, impossible, turn, and heaven. Okay. Now I'm not going to read it all to you. I'm going to try to get it where you can pause it and read it yourself. Let's see if you can do that. All right. Next, you get into the introduction to the HCSB, their translation style, how they did it, what the decisions they made on certain things, textual footnotes, how those work. You have your abbreviations. Then you have a short history of the Bible. And this, when they say short, it's pretty short. But it is 3 pages. So, I mean, they did a fairly good job. And then you get into the Old Testament. And you'll notice there's no frills with this Bible. None whatsoever. There are no cross references in this Bible. There are textual notes at the bottom of the page. It's a double column format. As far as I can tell, this is about a 9-point font, but you can't find anything out online about this Bible. So I'm guessing, I've compared it to other Bibles that I have, and it looks to be about an 8.5, 9-point font. I want to go ahead and check, and I don't think that I have checked in between the Testaments with this Bible. It doesn't say anything in the contents page about there being anything there, so I doubt there is, but we will look, and there's not. So you go straight into the New Testament, and of course, the HCSB is a black letter Bible, okay? I don't remember them making any red letter Bibles, okay? So let's go ahead and get to the back of this Bible. We're going to find our place here at the end of Revelation and see what we have in the back of this Bible. I started daily Bible reading in this one, and I'm reading through the book of Judges in this one. I have not been a whole lot of other places in this Bible, so it's important to understand that I'm not giving you a reference for the reading and renderings of all of the HCSB. I have not read the whole thing, but I have liked what I have read. Okay, so here we go. HCSB bullet point notes. You have abandon, either the grave or the realm of the dead. Abba, the Aramaic word for father. So it's giving you some word call outs there in how to handle those bullet notes. They're giving you some bullet notes on what those words mean. And you have a table of weights and measures. Then you have where to turn in the Bible. And I have used this a bit. You can see that I've underlined a few that I went and looked up. Then you have Jesus and the Ten Commandments. They did their due diligence in how Jesus reiterates the moral law, okay? And then we have titles of Jesus, which is also very interesting for us to study. The harmony of the life of Christ. This is in, obviously, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and then 1 Corinthians they have there. I would be interested to see, because they do not have any 1 Corinthian markers over here. If they have, oh yeah, we have a few here in 1 Corinthians 15, and that's it, okay? I figured that's a lot to put just one line there for 1 Corinthians. Then you have the miracles of Jesus in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and of course the parables of Jesus. And as you know, the book of John has not one parable of Jesus, okay? Now they say that he does. Vine and the branches, okay? I guess that could be considered a parable. I didn't think it was, but that's okay. The apostles and their history, and this is set up in a graph formation so you can read through it. Prophecies of Jesus' second coming. This is very interesting, and this may be worth your time pausing this and screenshotting it so you can zoom in and read that. That's very, very interesting, and I better put the second page up there so you can screenshot it as well. Then at the back, it says, Lord, teach us to pray. Gives you some helpful notes from Luke 11, Matthew 6, Romans 8, Hebrews 4 on how to pray. And then you get to the back to the end sheet. And I noticed that this had a library card on the back of it, as if that's where it was, and explains why this is in such good condition. Because look at that gold gilding. I mean, that is actually in really good shape for a Bible that's either 20 years old or nearly 20 years old. That is in really good shape. The leather feels nice. I kind of wish I would have been on the HCSB a long time ago, but I never really had any interaction with it at all when it was an actual company. And then Lifeway and Holman merged, and Lifeway created the CSB as a updated and redone version of this. So I have several CSBs, and I have liked reading through them. This one was one that I picked up a couple years ago that I do read through occasionally on my bookshelf. It is just a neat little Bible. Like I said, I started this page when I started this review page. It was merely to review the Bibles that are on my bookshelf. Now, I have reviewed newer Bibles that I've gotten recently, and I'm going to keep doing that. As a matter of fact, the next Bible that I'm going to review is going to be the CSB Study Bible, one that I've had for about 2 years, that I really enjoy the content, really enjoy reading through, and I really enjoy the cover. Even though it's not a premium, it is a nice cover. But I wanted you guys to see this HCSB. If you have an HCSB and you enjoyed the translation, if you know more about this Bible, go ahead and mention it in the comments. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share this video. Make sure you help us climb up the algorithm on YouTube so that more people see our content. God bless you. Thanks again.